What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Code, aka, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be my top 5 WWE superstars that are the next big thing. Of course, this is all predictions. I cannot predict the future or anything, but these are the strongest candidates, in my opinion, that could be classified as the next big thing, as the future of the WWE, as the face of WWE. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm not even going to go for the stars already. The likes of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, anybody that's kind of already been the guy, really, because they've already had their time to shine. It's time for them to take a step back for a bit, because they're always going to be those star-hold names. They're always going to be the names that everybody knows and loves, and they're going to always be the face of the WWE until they're gone. But this is about the future. This is about who is going to be the man, like what Becky Lynch is now. Who's going to be the guy that can take the WWE and skyrocket it to where it needs to go. And also, this is going to be a males only video for now, because I have another one about the females later, because I think that's very much more interesting, in my opinion, the women in the WWE, because they're just so good at the moment and they're the best thing going, really. So I feel like that's going to be more difficult. I think with this one, it's going to be a little bit more straightforward. So this is going to be a men's only one for now. And let's get started. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe, comment, and let's begin. So number 5, I'm going to go with Ricochet. Now, Ricochet, he's had his time in WWE now. He's been here for a few years. But I just think the guy has everything you could want. The guy has the look, ability. He's a great wrestler. He does things that no one could even fathom of doing. He's a fantastic human being outside of the WWE. He seems like a super cool dude. His wrestling's phenomenal. The only problem with him is he can't really cut a promo. But even that's been put to bed by Ricochet himself. He tweeted about the guy like he's just being himself. I think if you're being yourself and you're doing well like that, then that's the best. That's the best of both worlds, really. If you could be yourself, you wrestle like the way you do, best matches of the night most of the time, and there's always a underdog story that you could go with when it comes to Ricochet. He's always has that underdog. He's always the underdog in every match. They could really pull an underdog story that could really make the fans love him by the end of the year. All it takes is one Ricochet Royal Rumble win, and I think his career will skyrocket, because he will put on the best matches every time. I want and pray that he will be a Universal WWE champion in one stage of his career, because if he can achieve that, and you have your main events being Ricochet in it, you're gonna get your 5-star matches. I really believe that. He's probably one of the best I've seen wrestle. His flips and all of that, but he's not just a flippy guy. Like he can strike, he can grapple, he can do submissions. He is the full package, in my opinion. I can't believe I'm putting him at number 5, but I just think there are people that are ahead of him at the moment. And but Ricochet definitely is one of those guys that you could definitely put as your champion. I think no one would complain. Going on to number 4, I put Alistair Black at number 4. Now, this is tough for me, because Alistair Black is just so good. But he's number 4. He's one of the best strikers I've ever seen in WWE history. His kicks are incredible. His matches are insane. I remember the first match I watched of him was with Neville or Puck in the NXT UK crossover, whatever it was, one of the first ones where they did NXT. Oh, it was it was like NXT UK, like one of the first ones, to crown the first UK champion, I believe. And yeah, that was insane. That match was insane, and I couldn't believe that was just a random match on the card. And it was crazy. And look at him now. He's on Raw. He's killing it with Buddy Murphy every week, tearing the house down. He's a fan favorite already. His persona, his character is insane. He has great character development. I wish he would just like appear more, because now every week he's on, but there was just times where he was doing the same thing over and over again. He was just appearing backstage and he's like, oh, I want someone to fight me. And that's all fine and good, but I think now is the time for him to branch out and have proper rivalries, which he's starting to do. This is only going to get better for him because eventually fans are going to want Alistair Black to be a champion. We're waiting now because we need to see how he does. But you cannot tell me that the fans do not want Alistair Black to be a champion. So for now, I think maybe you could give him the Intercontinental Championship, the United States Championship. You could give him a championship and let him run, let him have the best matches. But there's going to be a time in the future, which is why he's the next big thing, one of the next best things, where he has to be that champion, that dominating champion, the one that puts on the best matches, but he looks so strong, no one can beat him, he's untouchable. That's what I want to see from Alistair Black. Similar to what The Undertaker was when he first started. That dominating figure that didn't lose but had the best matches. I think that's what Alistair Black needs. I don't think he needs to be what The Fiend is now, but I definitely think he needs to be similar. He needs to be strong. He needs to be a guy where if you're going to beat him, you need to kill him to beat him. That's what I think. I don't think he needs to be The Fiend and kick out of 10 knees from Daniel Bryan. We don't need that, but we definitely need a strong Alistair Black. When he loses, it means something. And I think Alistair Black will be the next best thing if that's able to happen. Going into number 3, this is also difficult, but I went with Keith Lee. The reason why I went with Keith Lee is because he's also got all the attributes to be a star. His charisma, just that smile he does. Like you draw into him from that smile, his confidence. He's a very confident guy. His charisma, he has the agility and the speed and the athleticism. He does flips like a cruiserweight could. And he can also bully you. He can overpower you. He can powerbomb you through the mat. He could do a lot of things. Keith Lee is everything. And he's gotten a lot of praise from that. And he's been given a lot of TV time where a lot of NXT stars are starting to, and people have drawn to him incredibly. So I do think if he's able to branch out, maybe become the NXT champion, represent NXT, or if he gets moved to the main roster, win one of those championships, because they're all meant to be in equal playing field now. He's going to be one of the superstars that could be the next best thing. Could be the guy where he's an inspiration to many, because he's not the skinniest of guys. He's not the quickest, but all of this, like, he has a lot to offer. He's also going to be one of the best black champions as well, because that was been something that was a thing long ago. But all of this has been putting with WWE and how they're changing, all of that's been put to bed now and been put to shame. And Keith Lee is going to be another example of that, in my opinion. And he's going to prove everybody wrong. I really believe Keith Lee will be one of the next best things in WWE. I'm happy for his success now. I'm pretty sure he's the NXT South American champion, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, can't remember what the name is called. North American. I'm not really sure what the title's like. It's just a brain fart. I do watch NXT. Trust me, who doesn't? Number 2, I also went with an NXT superstar. I went with Adam Cole. Now, depending on how you see NXT, you could already say Adam Cole's already made it as the best thing because he's the NXT champion. But I just think there's so much more that Adam Cole can offer that I can definitely see him being the next Triple H, the guy, the best heel, the one with the attitude, the one that's funny but also serious, and he can cut a serious promo into a funny promo just like that. He has the look, he has the style, he has the wrestling ability. He puts on great matches. He makes a rivalry mean something. His feuds are always personal, and they always draw you in. And I think Adam Cole needs a lot of credit, and so does the Undisputed Era behind him. If all of that goes well, I could definitely see him being the next best thing with all of the Undisputed Era behind him, the boom and everything. And I definitely think he would thrive. If you put Adam Cole on Raw or SmackDown, instantly he's in the contention to be champion because of the Undisputed Era and because of him himself. That if whenever they pull the trigger on putting him onto Raw or SmackDown, or even if they keep him on NXT, whatever, there could be a serious feud that with the Undisputed Era versus Team WWE. They could seriously, Undisputed Era could be like the Nexus. They could be like the NWO versus WWE. They could seriously cause a big harm to WWE, and that would be really fun to watch, because I know we've seen it a lot already, but just Adam Cole can make anything work. So I'm really happy to see that is the future of Adam Cole, and I'm always watching Adam Cole. I'm always watching the Undisputed Era, and it's gonna be fun. It's fun to think about the possibilities of those individual talents together as a team, as a unit, and Adam Cole being the leader. That's yeah. Number two, I think I rambled on. And number one, this is obviously, I think a lot of people would have put this choice. It's very easy. Drew McIntyre. They've pulled Drew McIntyre on a rocket and they've pushed him to the moon. He won the Royal Rumble. He eliminated Brock Lesnar. He's going to verse Brock Lesnar. He cannot lose this match, because if he wins this match, he's instantly the next best thing in my eyes if he can beat Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. And I hope he does. He is, oh my, he's what? He's like 6'6". He's brute strength, but he can do it. He's agile. He makes WWE hurt, bro. Like when you watch his matches, he makes the matches look painful. He looks like when he walks out there, he wants to kill someone. That's what he wants to do. And not many people can pull that off. You've got the likes of Sheamus, Shayna Baszler. You have got talent that can do that. But Drew McIntyre is really special and unique, because he can really make WWE look serious. Because if you think about it, WWE is not a serious company. It's not a company that provides serious feuds left, right, and center. But there is always that one that is extremely serious. And Drew McIntyre makes WWE look serious, make it look like it's not a joke, makes it look extremely professional and extremely painful to see. Like with let's look at Pete Dunne, for example, when he does his submissions. Those submissions look like they really hurt, and he does things like the use of their hands and the breaking of the fingers and biting and all of this to make him more believable. And Drew McIntyre can do that as well. His strikes make it look more believable. The way that people sell for him, the way that he when he runs for that Claymore kick, he's doing it with intent to hurt. And that's one of a kind, really. I don't think many people can do that, and he's definitely one of them. And he doesn't go through the motions when he's in that ring. I think he always gives it everything. And that's qualities that a next best thing can have. He's obviously got the look. I think a lot of fans adore Drew McIntyre, who was going to be the chosen one when he first came in. He lost his way a bit and he rebuilt himself. He has the perfect story to be classified as the man of the WWE, to take control, because he has the story of having to refine himself, reevaluate, rebuild, develop himself into something that he wasn't before. He's done all that now, and he can live to tell the story. He's definitely my pick for number one for the next best thing. Let me know what you guys think. There's going to be another one on the women, because that's going to be extremely difficult to make a top five for that. That's definitely going to take me a few days to pick and choose. But that's all from me. I want to thank you all for watching. This is the Sports Code. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Take care and peace.